Yo, Pierre is Pierre, and I know it's been kind of a while. I just dropped that one video the other day, but it's kind of been a while since I made a new video. And so today I'm going to be talking about a photo my friend actually sent me on Snapchat. I know, sounds kind of strange, but it's basically a comparison between Naruto Shippuden and Hunter x Hunter. But it's basically saying every single one of these aspects or characters are better than the Hunter x Hunter counterpart. It's basically like a Naruto fan version of saying Naruto is better than Hunter x Hunter without outright saying Naruto is better than Hunter x Hunter. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't flat out say Hunter x Hunter is worse than Naruto because they know mainly if you say that, people will call you out. Instead, they listed these specific characters that they think is better than each counterpart of Hunter x Hunter instead of just coming out and saying like flat out, this is what they're actually thinking. I'm gonna be here talking about this image because there's a few things on this picture that I can kind of agree with. I would say overwhelming majority of these are wrong, but there's some of them that are right, like I can admit. But basically, it's just gonna be a personal opinion. I have a few things to talk about at the end of the video if you want to stick around till then. But let's just get started. So if you don't know, a bit of background about like my anime taste. Personally, Hunter x Hunter used to be my favorite anime, so yes, I disagree that Naruto is better than Hunter x Hunter. I think Hunter x Hunter is astoundingly better than Naruto. No disrespect to Naruto because I think it's a good show, but starting off, they're comparing the two protagonists, Naruto over Gon. So this one's kind of difficult for me because I don't think these two are top tier protagonists compared to other shows, so it's hard to compare them to each other because I don't like them both that much. To be honest, I like Gon more, but I don't really have a way of rationalizing why I like him more because I know, popular opinion, Naruto's definitely a more loved character than Gon. Just for the sake of the video, I could give the edge to Naruto because, he is a lot more inspirational, I would say, than Gon. Gon's kind of just this happy-go-lucky kid who doesn't have much drive besides, I want to find my dad, and he ends up finding his dad, spoiler alert, and who knows where the show's gonna go from there unless you read the manga. Naruto's goal seems a bit more of an actual goal instead of just like, let me find my dad, and then what are you gonna do when you find your dad? Shit, I don't know. But basically what I'm saying is Naruto, he kind of has a bit more of a relatable goal unless your dad left you. He's starting from the bottom, now he's here, you know what I mean? Where Gon is just, yes, he has some character development, he has those fucking rage moments that kind of make him more of a unique character, but Naruto's definitely just more of like a unanimously loved character compared to Gon. So you know what, I'll give the edge to Naruto here. He is a better main character than Gon, I would say, even though personally I like Gon more. Okay, next up, this is where my fucking issues start, okay? Like, if you watch some of my videos, you probably know Kurapika is literally my favorite character in all of anime, almost tied with Hinata and Kenma from Haikyuu. Kurapika has always just been like my #1 anime character. So comparing him to someone I see as a overrated ass character like Sasuke, it really just kind of grinds my gears, if you get what I'm saying here. So I see what they're trying to do here. Sasuke, he's that, emo sort of mysterious vibe that Kurapika has as well, but it's just more well done and more realistic with Kurapika. Like, the decisions he makes are, yes, they're sometimes lone wolfish, but they're way more realistic than Sasuke. For example, when Kurapika's like not answering his phone and he's kind of abandoning the rest of the main characters, it's for his own reasons. It's not for like Sasuke, where he just like abandons the leaf, abandons Naruto, abandons his ninja way and all that shit, you know what I mean? He's just a more likable character, let's just be real. Sasuke dick riders, they'll tell you otherwise, Sasuke can do no wrong in the eyes of these people. Like, it's hard to convince someone who loves Sasuke this much. By the way, the person who sent me this is low-key a Sasuke dick rider, so I can't really convince him, but the rest of you, please listen to me. Sasuke is not the god of anime, okay? Listen to me. I was honestly expecting them to compare Sasuke and Killua because, they're both like the lightning style users, obviously. Like, they're pretty fucking similar, let's be real. They're both like the right-hand man to the main character, but they chose to compare him to Kurapika, which, honestly made my job a little more easier because I can clearly say Kurapika is a better character than Sasuke. Okay, thirdly, this is one of the ones I probably agree on because, again, with the Sasuke and Killua thing, I kind of think they're both overrated. So it's easy for me to say that I do like Kakashi a lot more than Killua, but some days I really like Killua. The only part of him I don't like is how much he's overrated by the fan base. Like, there's the little girls who just fucking idolize Killua. They got their Killua profile pictures, they got their Killua wallpapers. Yes, he's a cool character, but honestly, he's a bit annoying sometimes. You know, it just pushes you over the edge. It's not exactly his fault, but it is the fandom's fault, I'd say. I'd say, like, when it comes to Killua, the fandom about him is almost comparable to, like, the My Hero fan base. Like, they feel the same. Like, they have the same energy, that weird stan culture around this one character. Anyway, Kakashi, just a G. Like, I don't really need to spend too much time on this because Kakashi is a well-known fucking G. He's one of those people, you know, when you first see them when you're a little kid, like when you're first watching Naruto, you just know Kakashi, that's the G. That's like the coolest fucking character. And Killua, maybe he's cool in that universe, but Kakashi is just multitudes better than Killua in my opinion. Okay, next up, I don't want to get too far into detail with the Pain versus Meruem argument, but as many of you probably know, I think Pain is heavily overrated as a villain, and I think not necessarily his ideology is corrupt. It's just, how did he go out like that? He went out sad, bro. This guy went out bad. Like, he's down bad for going out with the talk no jutsu, and whether that's like the writing, it is still related to his character. He went out like a fucking bitch, which is the exact opposite of how Meruem went out. Meruem went out like a G. He stayed solid. He went out with Komugi in one of like the most fucking beautiful moments of the whole show, probably the most beautiful moment of the whole show so far. And Meruem was so complex. I don't want to go too far into his character, but he was a very complex character. You can look up reviews and breakdowns on Meruem's character all over YouTube. Basically, his psychological aspect is just far greater than Pain's in my opinion. So far, as you can see, we've got Naruto over Gon, Kurapika over Sasuke, Kakashi over Killua, and Meruem over Pain. So right now it's 2-2. But next up, we've got the Akatsuki over the Phantom Troupe. This one is low-key difficult for me to say. The Akatsuki, I'll admit, they're a little cooler than the Phantom Troupe. I'm literally texting the guy who sent me this picture. He said, oh, Naruto better, by the way. So, you know, this guy, dude, like, it's not even about these comparisons anymore. It's about the show. Like, I can go all the way in on comparing why Hunter x Hunter is better than Naruto. Anyway, back to the video. Yeah, Akatsuki, I will give them the benefit of the doubt and say they are probably a better villain organization than the Phantom Troupe, although I do like the structure of the Phantom Troupe a lot more. But next up, Hokage over the Hunter Chairman, aka Netero, will never be an argument. Netero is insanely better than every Hokage in my opinion. Whether it's his abilities, his fucking mindset, his character, I think everything is better than all the Hokage, and that's not to shade any of the Hokage, but Netero is just cooler. Yeah, Netero is just way better in almost every aspect than the Hokage, besides like maybe his design. Fuck, I think that's cool too. He's that old geezer, dude, and this guy is so strong, and he's only at like apparently half his potential, and then, you know, he goes out like a G. Tobirama went out like a bitch. Who the fuck, Untro and Huntro, or whatever the fuck. Hashirama, we don't even really know how this guy went out. Hiruzen went out like a fucking bitch. Like, what was that shit? You went out to take Orochimaru's arms, which he gets back in almost like 10 seconds or some shit. Minato, sure, you went out like a G, but bro, you did not need to do all that shit just to seal the Nine Tails. And next up, fucking Lady Tsunade. Yeah, man, she's got some big anime milkers, but besides that, there's like nothing to her character. Sixth Hokage, Kakashi, probably like the best character of a Hokage, but like he's barely Hokage. And then fucking Naruto, like we've already talked on how Naruto's a little bit meh for a main character, so honestly, Netero over all Hokage. Okay, the last point here is Minato over Ging, or Jean, whatever you fucking want to say. This is false. False. Minato was barely in the show, and even in the moments he was in the show, this guy was like, he was barely a character, he was more like a name, which you could almost say the same thing about Ging, but Ging, there's like always the goal of looking for him. With fucking Minato, it's like, yeah, he's dead. Okay, cool, man. He was the 4th Hokage. That's how you hear him. The 4th Hokage or the Yellow Flash of the Leaf. Either way, you never see him in action, barely. You barely ever see him with Naruto. He's honestly not that interesting of a personality. Whereas Ging, I think Ging is one of the funniest characters in Hunter x Hunter. I just like him better than Minato. That's gonna be like one of the ones in the comments where everyone's like, Minato is the best character, it's not even debatable. But anyway, let me talk about the other stuff I wanted to address first. So you may have noticed the other week I uploaded that Donald Trump, Joe Biden election video, obviously just like a compilation of some fucking funny moments or whatever with some small edits. And as you obviously noticed, that video did much better than all my other videos. And that's for a reason. I knew that video was gonna get a lot more views than normal, just because of the way it was titled, the timing, all that stuff. And that's just to prove a point. I don't want to upload videos like that. Like, I do not want to upload videos like that. I was just testing something out that I was thinking about. You know, it's easy to get clicks if you really whore out your pussy and, you know, want to get clicks like that. You can. Like, I could make some fucking high-Q texting videos and get like thousands of views. You know what I mean? Like, that shit works. There's like easy ways to make low effort content. No shade to those people who make that kind of content, but that's just not what I want to do. You know, I prefer making these commentary kind of anime. Even the stuff I was making a few months ago with like the Leafy-esque commentary, you know, satire shit, I prefer making that a lot more than just some shit that's gonna get me some easy clicks and then dip, because there's no personality in that video I just made. I didn't put any of my voice into that. I didn't put any of my thoughts into that. Recent videos been slacking a lot. If I go missing for a few weeks, it is just because, you know, I've kind of lost a bit of motivation for making videos. You know, it's kind of hard to put a shit ton of time into editing, shit ton of time into recording, thinking of video ideas, and then you just get like 5 views, 1 like. No, that's not complaining, because obviously it's like a high risk, high reward sort of thing. You know, I don't just expect to be handed like fucking thousands of subscribers after 10 videos. I'm just saying that's why I might go missing for like a few weeks at a time. Maybe like next year I'll go missing for like 5 months or something. I'm not trying to foreshadow anything. I'm just saying if that happens, this is kind of like an explanation of why. I don't think anyone's gonna be missing me, but I'm just trying to get my thoughts off there. If you have any ideas in the comments, I'm not struggling for anything, but I just want to know what you guys want. If you would like to see like a character from one show versus a character from another show who I like better, or just like a series versus series, something like that, I'll be sure to make those videos. Honestly, if you comment it, it'll probably happen. I just want to know what you guys want to see, and then I'll upload it literally. But it's been Pierre. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. You know, let me know if you like this sort of content, even though it was basic in the editing category. But it's been Pierre. I'll see you all next Friday at 3 p.m., let's say. Peace.